Right. Hello. Good morning. Um yeah, so I wasn't able to stream this weekend. It was a national holiday in Norway on Saturday, and yeah, my mother was visiting and stuff like that. So, but it was a good weekend. Really nice weather here in Norway for a change. Well, I should say up here in like in the middle of Norway, which is like very different from the south of Norway, where I actually come from. Adjusting to climate, like if you've grown up in a certain climate and then you move, you never really adjust, I think. It's weird. But yeah, feeling a bit tired. Our youngest started waking up early again. No idea why. So I feel a bit like sleep hungover. But we're gonna do some official release shortly. So I'm working on like a release blog and stuff like that. But we also have this issue where for some reason when we call this endpoint, this short ID, sometimes it's not defined. And we need to figure out why. So I don't really understand how this works. There's a lot of logic in here, so I'm gonna try something. Could you explain to me what this file does, especially related to auth preview? Because we are logging that sometimes the short ID is not present, and we do not know why. And then we're gonna fix, I realized that we could simplify the usage of preview tokens. And so we're gonna fix that, make that much more accessible. And I really like that we have this strong concept of a session now. Because then there's like certain things that's like unique to that session. But it also means that we really need to push users to actually defining explicit sessions. Let me check the preview auth to understand how the auth preview endpoint works and why the short might be. Let me check, blah, blah, blah. Let me break down the code and explain the issue with the missing short ID. Interesting. This code is part of a proxy server that handles preview deployments for CodeSandbox. Here's how it works. When accessing a preview, the system checks for preview token in cookies, headers, or URL parameters. If no valid token is found, it redirects to auth preview for authentication. After authentication, the user is redirected back with a token. Now the thing is, the thing I don't quite understand is that at CodeSandbox we have like when you access private previews, we have like a CodeSandbox sign-in flow, like an OAuth flow. But I'm not sure if that's, maybe we're reusing that with our explicit preview tokens. Yeah, okay, anyways. It redirects, after authentication, the user is redirected back with a token, key files, blah, blah, blah. The short ID issue. The short ID is a unique identifier for a preview deployment. It's expected in the URL when redirect. Here's the relevant con. Why short ID might be missing. URL parsing issue. The short ID is extracted from the hostname using parse short ID based hostname. If the hostname doesn't match the expected format, this can fail. The short ID might be undefined if it wasn't properly extracted. The short ID is stored in the preview token, and if token is invalid or missing, the system might not be able to retrieve it. There might be a race condition where the short ID isn't available when the authentication flow starts. Add logging. Yeah, so the interesting thing is that even though, so what we see is that the preview URL is correct, but the short ID isn't there. Which is super weird. I'm just gonna check. We actually have an example. Where is that example? Where is that example? So it was on. Preview URL. Finding where was this? Oh, it's misleading. Yeah, here we have an example. So I want to test this URL. Let's see, I'm just gonna take this URL and I'm gonna, let's see, how are we gonna, maybe I can put it in my notepad, or I'm gonna put it in my reminders and then hopefully it syncs. Let's see, does it pop up here? It did. So we're gonna check if this URL actually is get preview info. So it's grabbing it from, oh, it's grabbing it from the params. Oh, sorry. Wait. Oh, so already here we have short ID. So we're actually grabbing it way up. Oh, here we have it. Parse short ID based host name. Okay. But does host name include, where does host name come from? So this is a URL, so it's only that, okay, fine. So what's this? No. So index of picture domain. And what is picture domain? Error. Okay. I guess that is csv.app. So this could be it because it returns undefined, but it returns both things, right? It doesn't only, there's not only a short ID, it's more stuff. Team short ID, port type. So I think, yeah, so we would kind of get, or is it possible that it should verify preview token? Because that's true. Yeah. So definitely there's, oh, if it's not equal to, if it's not equal to, if it's not equal to. Okay, so the whole thing could be undefined. No, because then this would break. Okay. So it's oh, sorry, here we are. Okay. So it's definitely not hitting that. And then substring, and it doesn't start with picture domain. Okay, so I have no idea what this is. Subdomain. But this would never be. This is always a string. So that means, okay, but it's not SSH. Domain parts. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. So what I think, is there any tests for this? That would be nice. That would have been, oh, we do have tests. URL test. Oh, look at this. We are parsing. Okay, cool. We're gonna add a test here. Look at someone being a proper engineer. That's awesome. Let's see. It only handles this edge case, maybe. And expect Yeah, look at that, csp.app. To equal something. Oh, look at that. Okay, no, let's not update right now. Let's see if I can get this test running. Does it have like, I guess it's just, okay. Is it yarn test? Oh, look at that. It actually, well, what happened? Oh, look at that. Well, the thing is, I don't know if it's actually passed in as this. It's probably passed in as this because it's host name, right? Let's run it again. No, it does extract a short ID. Okay. Okay, so we've kind of verified that indeed we're getting the short ID here. And then, but we are, no, we're not. And we're not calling this from anywhere else, right? No. So that means that somehow, what does that mean? That would basically mean the host name. But how is that possible? How can the host name and the URL href be different? It can't be. This makes absolutely no sense. This makes absolutely no sense. It's getting the port, it's getting the short ID. I'm just going to check that log again. So it's literally the auth preview endpoint only gets the preview URL, the full URL. It doesn't get the short ID. It does not make any sense. But what's also interesting is that it's like the param isn't even there. So if this was undefined, this would be the actual text undefined. It makes absolutely no sense. I think this is we return missing. The param that it's actually missing is the short ID. And what's even more interesting is that like we're getting another request where it's actually there. I wonder if we're actually calling this from somewhere else. I'm gonna search for something. Where is, oh, someone's trying to get my attention. Let's see. I think maybe we're calling this from somewhere else. Let's see, CodeSandbox applications. Are we calling it from here somewhere? No. This is just too weird. Oh wait, that's picture client, sorry. Oh, look at this. Was it wait, what was the URL? Auth. No, it's just preview, not preview token. No, it makes no sense. Wow. I'm kind of... What did the AI suggest? But it's not possible that... okay, so what's interesting is that we're generating a string here, right? Is there any way the short ID here could be excluded from the actual HTTP call? Like, even if it is undefined or whatever, it should still be there. Just have the wrong contents. In our logs, we see it we see the query completely missing on the request, but then on a second call, suddenly it is there. Very confusing. The function might not be handling some edge cases in the hostname format, especially with different subdomains or port numbers. The URL is not URL encoded, which could cause issues if it contains special characters. If is undefined, it will be converted to string in the template. Yeah, the fact that it works on a second call, there might be a race condition where the hostname isn't fully resolved or parsed correctly on the first attempt. How can it be fully resolved? How could the host name not be fully resolved? The strange thing is that we see the URL href being passed always. It is just a short ID that is sometime missing, but that is derived from the URL href, from the same source as URL href. It makes no sense. How could that happen? How could that happen? You're absolutely right. This is quite puzzling since both values come from the same source. Comes from the hostname comes from the URL that's passed into. Given that the function might have some async behavior or shared state that's causing it to sometimes return undefined. Okay, let's check that shared state. Hostname format issue. The hostname might be in a format that doesn't handle, but yeah, but it has to handle it because it runs through the same logic. The URL object might be getting mutated. Oh, between. Okay, after I can see what. Oh. Okay, this is interesting. If it finds this issue, I'm very, very impressed. So here's what's going on. The function expects host names in the formats like yes. The issue likely occurs because the hostname parser is complex and has multiple code paths. There are several early returns that could lead to undefined being returned. Yeah, but if it is, we should have seen in the logs, still seen it. The most suspicious part is around 60 to 120. Suspicious part. It processes the hostname parts. If the hostname doesn't match any expected pattern, the function might return undefined. Oh my god, there's a lot of complexity here. This should work, but there might be edge cases where the hostname has unexpected characters and the domain parts don't split the port number. Okay. So I don't think there's any. But it is interesting though that short ID here is coming from. Where is it coming from? It's coming from up here. And the URL. Yeah, so. Oh, look at this. It's handle preview token inject page. Yeah, but then it returns. It doesn't hit that thing. This is something else, right? Yeah, this is something else. But there's nothing here that's looking at the URL and mutating it. So what could be maybe is that, yeah, but it doesn't make any sense because this is going to result to a string anyways. Like there's no chance in hell that the actual param is missing. Well, okay, so maybe it's on the API side that if this value is like, so we are using an Elixir API. Could the Elixir API somehow omit the short ID? Omit the short ID? Like the URL actually has it, but parsing it, maybe it is omitted. For example, if it is short ID equals undefined. Okay, I'm gonna ask about this, if they can log this. So I have been looking at this, but it makes no sense. We always pass short ID and it will always have a string there. But does Elixir omit the param if that string based on some validation? Is it possible to log the actual request URL, not the extracted params only? Because this is like status. No, because it. Yeah. No, I think that. Yeah, this seems to be. Or is it guaranteed that the params here are the raw query params on the request. Okay, so we're gonna ask about that, and then but what I don't understand here is that they're creating preview. Oh no, yeah, but this is this is the mechanism for preview tokens. This is so weird. I have no idea. To fix it, we should modify it to only include it. Yeah, like we don't know that if that's gonna happen. But let's assume it doesn't. Let's spend a few more minutes on this. See if we can figure it out. Cause we're auth preview params. It's very, very strange. And it's the exact same call. Like it's the exact same path or like preview URL query we're passing in. It looks exactly the same. Just one time. Okay, again, so how can you get, okay, so we can definitely get, okay, so we can definitely get to this point if the short ID, well, there has to, okay, so let's look at this parser. In what scenario does this parser return a result, but short ID is undefined? I can, there's only one scenario where the, okay, interesting. In not in these cases, if the host main doesn't contain the picture domain, line 28 to 31. Yeah, but that's like completely undefined. I meant if there's a, yeah, like it will always return the short ID. Like if it returns a result, it will return the short ID. It makes no sense. Oh, what if it's a maybe if the string is empty, that would make more sense. Okay, could somehow the short ID be an empty string? When would that happen? Could be an empty string in specific scenarios. Let me analyze the code to identify. The is constructed from short ID parse, which is an array. The short ID is created by joining blah blah blah. Here, when short ID is an empty array, if last part is empty, parts. So that's like subdomain. What the hell is subdomain? Okay, so that is like the parts before. But what doesn't make any sense is that this is being passed in twice. Like there's no difference. But okay, let's just look through it. So it splits on, but we also ran a test for this, right? That's the weird thing. This is literally what's being passed in, and we did get the correct result back. Like what? For example, if parts is a single empty string after splitting on, I just have a feeling there's something weird we're missing here. Like, is there anything about this URL that's different? It's exactly the same. PRKR 43 Q-5173. Ooh! It makes sense that if the short ID is an empty string, it's omitted. However, the function at line 118. Yeah, exactly. So if no short ID part, or yeah, not sure how that can happen. Oh, yeah, exactly. So if no short ID part or short ID parts length equals 0, it's going to return, yeah, by the check. Well, but there is an explicit check for empty string here. So it is not possible to call off preview with an empty short ID. Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense. I have a feeling that we basically have some other code that's doing this. But it's so strange. Like looking at the user agent for this, it's exactly the same. It just makes absolutely no sense. This is bothering me. Like now, what I should rationally do is kind of put this aside, wait for a response from the backend team to discuss it further. But I feel like there's something we're obvious we're missing? And there's no other call to this thing. No. It wouldn't make any sense to call it from anywhere else anyways. Yeah, no. I think we're gonna leave this alone. And then no, we're gonna do the rational thing. We're gonna it makes a lot of sense that if this is like equals, if it looked like this, then it would make a shit ton of sense that it's omitted from Elixir, the API. But our logic states that this short ID can't be an empty string, though it can be undefined. Like, how does the browser really do? So if I do foo undefined, yeah, it becomes the text undefined. So there's like, it has to be an empty string. Or it has to like actually be omitted. But that means it's being called from somewhere else, and it isn't being called from somewhere else. Like, and short ID isn't like being assigned again. Preview info result. It makes absolutely no sense. Oh, don't you just hate these kinds of bugs? But if it makes no sense, it's probably something like there's something else, right? That's becoming more and more likely. But even like, are we using sandbox ID in this flow? No. What's interesting though? Yeah, I wanna. Where are we? Where's this going? Yeah. I want to add. Okay, that makes me kind of happy about how we debugged it. We are also calling picture preview verify just before calling auth preview, where we also pass the short ID as part of the body. Could you check those logs as well? Okay, great. Then we're gonna get some answers. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna fix that preview token thingy. Let's see, shell SDK. Oh, where are we? Sandbox. Oh. CodeSandbox SDK. Here we are. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna fix this thing. So I noticed that we should actually pass. So the preview token is actually something you typically create once per sandbox. it makes you kind of think that if the sandbox is private, we would actually generate the preview token as part of create. So you would have like sandbox.preview token. But at the same time, it needs to be another call to a different endpoint anyways, and you might want to create a different token with different expiration and stuff. So I think we're going to keep it as like this, but we're going to pass the preview token into the session. So it's going to be used in the session. And that allows us to, when we have these ports, we're going to have preview URL, which is going to always be HTTPS. And if you passed in a preview token into that session, that's going to be applied to it. And we're also going to give session to connect to Sandbox, because if your flow is creating a sandbox, or even just loading up the page, right? You're resuming a VM, you're getting the session, you want to apply that immediately when you load the page, as opposed to like first loading the page, then go and grab the session. It's going to feel much faster if we pass the initial session there. So let's do that. Where are we going to start? Oh, there's some change. Oh, I'm just documenting a bunch of stuff. Documenting. I can go through that later. Let's see. So first of all, we have to change this sandbox session to picture URL. That's fine. Preview token. Do we have preview token? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So you might send that preview token, and that means that now the question becomes, should you be able to create a signed URL still? I do not think that makes sense. I think we should try to remove it. But we're gonna keep this, of course. Oh, what did I do? So we're not gonna have get signed preview URL at all. What we're rather gonna do is we're gonna change how we do ports. Well, I guess the question is like, do you want to call these endpoints? Okay, no, we're not going to remove that. We're going to keep that. Oops. But we're also going to allow you to generate it from the port. So people might be using this completely unrelated to interacting, or like creating an actual session. So let's see. Let's go into WebSocket session. So did we get a session here? Didn't we get a session like WebSocket session? No, we're only getting picture client. Okay, so I think actually we wanna, let's see here. How did this work? So we have connect, and this has potentially a custom session. Or we'll create the session when it requests the picture instance. Anyways, oops. So this session. Okay, so I think we have to, when we, global session. Okay. And this session is something we use to build up this thing. Okay, so what I think we should do first, at least, is we're going to move this thing here up here, so that we always have a session. And then we're going to pass that session into our WebSocket session. The question now is, when we're in the browser, we have a browser session. We don't really have this session. How does the browser session look like? Browser session. Yeah, because that's like the full-on picture manager response. Okay, so what I think we should do, sorry, I think we should change this callback so that it grabs, yeah, and this doesn't, no, that's correct, yeah. But why did we make that a callback? Was that because of the browser? Yeah, because env here is session. Okay, this is interesting because this is we're gonna change this. We're gonna require a session. This is going to be breaking, and it's gonna require the users to change. Yeah, but we have to do it. And connect to Sandbox. If it requires a session, we don't actually need the ID there. So we can say session Sandbox browser session. We have to do this because we made a mistake here. And then what we're gonna do is, so this will be session.sam. Oh, sorry. Options.session.sandbox. Oh, sorry, ID. And then we're gonna do, okay, this is interesting. And then this is actually gonna be, now we can safely, because we're not gonna change the environment variables, right? So this doesn't need to be, okay, this is nice. So now we can say session, sorry, options.session env, and we can say preview token is options session preview token. Yeah, we need to add that preview token. Okay, this is going to be good. This is a good improvement. So in our types, we need to have preview token might be there. Okay, cool. And then what we're going to do is has connected, that's false. And then we're going to do, we're not going to do this, but we're rather going to do has connected. Then we're going to await a new session, or we're going to include the initial session, and then has connected equals true. So we're going to use the session you pass from the server when you load the page. But then we're going to do get session which is, yeah, this is nice. This is nice. And then we actually don't need to use ID here currently, because we haven't really exposed like seamless forking, but it opens up for the opportunity. But we don't have to document that we get the ID here, because that was also confusing. Okay, this is super awesome. And then in our sandbox, we're gonna pass the same thing. It's gonna be env custom session. Oh, doesn't. Oh, that's not. Oh, sorry. That should be coming from. No, that should be coming from custom session. Oh, interesting. So this actually is the thing that's gonna have. But then I add preview token. Oh, sorry. Should be like this. And then Nice. This is super nice. And then we need to change this thing to rather take env and preview token. Cool. This is nice. And then we have to say, well, env, and then we also need to mount ports down here. So this is going to be ports. This dot ports equals new ports, and that would be preview token. Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. So we have like, yeah, it's interesting how like preview tokens might expire, and you might be in the browser, you might reconnect, and then your preview token is expired, but then yeah, but that's an insane edge case. Okay, so terminals should now take private get. So this should just be env. Should not be. Oops. And then the same for what was the, oh, what did I do? It was, yeah, so let's see, terminals. Let's just make that empty, and then was commands, which uses the same concept. We're gonna rename that to n, and we're gonna, oops. We're gonna remove that, make it equal like that, and then we're not gonna call it. Nice, and then in ports, we can now say constructor private preview token. What's happening here? Why aren't you giving me dag nugget? I'm not getting. That's the thing, like Windsurf often, I surprisingly often have this issue. Cool, and now we have a preview token. So we need to bring back our port class, which is gonna take, yeah, and then get preview URL. So this would also have, I guess, preview token. Why does it say preview tokens? That's weird. Yeah, so let's go and find, where did I put that? Oh, there it is. Why is this wrong? Oh, is it no. Oh, interesting. Preview token There you go. Ports. Yeah, let's just. Oh, not that, but. So that would actually be. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, what's also interesting here is what if you want to open it on a specific path, right? So this should be token, let's say a preview token, sorry. You might want to, so this will be HTTPS, this.host, not colon port. Oh, this is wrong. It's dash port. Wait a minute. No, sorry. It should just be this.host. No. And then it should be this.preview token. Yeah, exactly. This is how it should look. Drop that thing. Host preview token would be this the preview token. Oh, on did port open. Yeah, so this is kind of annoying. Yeah, we need to, this is very annoying because we have to kind of sync this. We're getting the port, we're getting the host. So we have a preview token there, but it's private. Get preview URL. Oh, let's see. Okay. Let's see. I just need to book a session. So this would be Nico, Fernando, James, can be optional. Let's see. I write it. It's a great opportunity for us to who has not seen them before, and we can make notes. Okay. Hi, Mark. Let's see. We are fixing something. Almost done fixing. I just have to. Hello, morning. Morning. I wonder if I'm gonna vibe code this thing, because we need to have the internal representation of Still have work. Yeah. Some weeks are like I had like when we joined together as a team, it was like the whole team was trying to adapt to a new environment. And it was a little bit rough because we we were a team that like joining a company as a team, you don't really have like well-known onboarding processes for that. So we were a little bit left up to ourselves, which was a good thing, because it gives us more autonomy. But at the same time, it was a bit rough. I didn't feel very productive. But now I feel super productive. I'm so happy to be working on this stuff. So yeah, anyways, have a good day. Yeah. Yeah, onboarding is an interesting topic for discussion. I think people have a lot of different experiences there. Let's see. I'm gonna try to vibe this thing. So the port from picture client is just JSON. I have this port class. I want to represent ports in this abstraction. Could you write some logic that handles when ports are opened, closed, so that we return the abstracted port classes instead of the low-level JSON? Let's see if it's able to handle this. It's interesting that not Tailwind, Windsurf have their own models now. They're actual coding models, which are tuned to actually handle like operating in an IDE and doing this like agentic stuff. And they have multiple models for the different features. It's very, very interesting. Okay, let's see what you did there. Last open ports. So that's a set. Well, yeah, I guess the question, oh, no, that's something else. I guess the question is like, yeah, like we don't, yeah, the question is, do we like want, you're never going to compare ports. You just want the abstraction. Yeah, sorry. So we're just going to use our logic actually. So we don't, what's it called when you have like when you ensure consistency? Oh my God. Wait a minute. Oh, reject. Oh, there we go. Sorry. When you like ensure consistency, referential equality or something. Was it port? Yeah, port host. But we don't care about this here. This is just an abstraction over a port. So yeah, exactly. Like that. So this is perfectly fine. So what I mean is like every time you call get open ports, you're gonna get like a new port reference, even though it's the same port. But that doesn't matter. Like you're not gonna use referential equality on these ports. That would be really weird to do that, I think. Well, it could hit us in the ass or in the, like in Norway, we have this expression called, how would you translate that? It's like in Norwegian, it's drite på leggen. And it basically means taking a poop on, like, you know, the front of your leg. Like, is it called a calf? No. What's a legpoeng? Yeah, cough. So it's taking a poop on your cough. No idea how that came about. Let's see. So what are you complaining about? New WebSocket. Wait, why were you so unhappy? Preview token tire is missing. Oh, is it the import? Where do we import preview token from? Oh, what did I do? I'm so pumped tomorrow. Like there's this game I love called let's see, preview token from preview tokens, and then custom session. Where did this come from? Oh, okay. That's the wrong preview token. There's this game I love called SnowRunner, which is like you're driving trucks, like driving different commodities in tricky terrain with a lot of mud. For some reason, I remember being a kid. Well, I remember being a kid, and for some reason, that feeling of like driving like toy cars and trucks and stuff in the sandbox and wherever, that feeling is it comes back when I play SnowRunner. And tomorrow there's a new game called Roadcraft, which is like very similar to SnowRunner, only that you're not just transporting commodities, you're actually changing the terrain, like you're cutting down trees, you're laying like cables, asphalt, all kinds of cool stuff. It's gonna be amazing. Okay, I think this is what we wanted to do. So let's build this, and then we're gonna test it in our amazing playground. npm run build. Oh, no, we're not. Oh, sorry, yeah. Wait. Oh, did I mess up the, oh, I did. Oh, yeah, I changed that. Oh, I might have broken the release candidate because of this. Oops. It's kind of weird that it doesn't do type checking on build. Okay. Yes. So let's find shell SDK test. So this is run dev. Yeah, do we have the server running? No. Run server. Oh, source. Oh, don't we have a .env file here? Where did you go? What? That's weird. Okay, sorry. I have to do this a little bit. Wonder what happened there. Oh, this is overmind stuff. New file .env. So this was needed CSV API key. Great. Boop. Okay, we're back. Source.env. There we go. Let's see. Our amazing. Oh. Wait. This is, oh, port 4000. Look at this. Beautiful. And then, yeah, let's just check the code because I probably broke something. So for example, preview. I'm not sure if we're actually running. Yeah, but we have our port abstraction now, so we can at least say port get preview URL. I guess that's the only thing we really need to change. And then create sandbox. Ooh. Why? Unauthorized, invalid token. Did I change? These goddamn tokens. Where's server? It's not running on stream, is it? No, but it's looking at CSV API token. It should be key. Wait, how could it even? I'm confused. Okay, let's try again. There we go. No, what? CSV, I have to take it off again. These tokens are driving me crazy. CSV API key. Oh, but I did. Wait, what happened here? Source.env run server. Let's see, I'm just gonna check the. Yeah, so we have the thing running. Why doesn't it work? Did someone remove my key? This is so weird. Ah. Let's see, settings, API. So I have, let's see, and so this is CSB HDNY. Yeah, SDK testing. This should be working. Why is this failing? And it is that one, right? Oh, wait. Yeah, it is that one. Why is it Y-HDN? What? This makes no sense. And I'm getting unauthorized. Why am I getting unauthorized? Fail to create sandbox. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't give an error. Oh, wait, do we have the wrong ID here? Oh, we might have the wrong ID. Oh, didn't I change that? Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. This is... Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's me. It's just the SDK itself because I was running... Okay, I think we're good now. Let me just close the end file. I was just testing something and it was on stream and that doesn't work. Fuck! What the fuck is happening? And why doesn't it give an error? Ah! Oh, wait a minute. Is it... Oh, it doesn't even hit the endpoint. Is this a vite config thing? Oh, it's running on port 3000 and this is moving to 4001. What the hell happened there? Oh, sorry. That's... Yeah. Yeah, I swear a lot. It's like it's very interesting how like different cultures, I guess it's very much tied to like religion and cursing. I'm very like, I think words like has implicit power in the sense that I'm very upset when people tell themselves that they're stupid. Like I've been like all my partner and my kids like crazy if they ever reference themselves with a negative word. I'm like, never do that, even though is you say that it's just something you say. It has like, it has an effect on you, I think. But cursing to me is not like, it's something that goes out into nothing. It's just like a venting mechanism. It's not something that like goes back and kind of affects you internally. It's just a vent. And it just, I just vent more when I curse. But why isn't this working? Why is it saying that? Well, first of all, why the hell isn't it even hitting the... Why the hell isn't it even hitting... This is really weird. Because I've configured it to go to localhost 4001. What is this? And I'm not getting... It's like, it's not even hitting the... I'm not in the mood to deal with this stuff right now. We have a release. What? npm run server. Is something else also running on this port or something? But that's not possible. Simple no-goes. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Like, it's a very... Like, in everyday conversation... Yeah, it's... Yeah, for me, it's like putting cursing words in everyday conversation. Like, that can also happen. It becomes like just a filler word kind of thing. And that's like... but yeah, it's like you say. Like, you say it because you're having a hard time. And it's just like... Yeah, notifying everyone else. But I don't like... Yeah, I can't remember because I've been working at offices. I get like, if I get really upset and I'm in a trusting environment and it comes off as like people that know me kind of just start smiling, then I can do like a proper like cursing rant. But yeah, I would never use it in like normal conversation, or... Well, maybe to make a joke, I guess. Yeah, but there are certain words, cursing words, I don't use as well. Yeah, it's interesting how we kind of weigh these different words. Okay, but what is going on here? Okay, so we are hitting this. Okay. But are we also... Oh, wait a minute. I think I know. I know what it is. Sorry. It's because we changed it. And I'm not getting... I am not getting, let's see. So we're gonna do session here. Where's the initial session? Oh, there it is, session. Oh. Oh. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, this, oh, I didn't think about this. We also call this session. Yeah, let's call it session data. Yeah, oh, but okay. But we can at least fix this. Now it suddenly became a little bit weird. Now we have like session and yeah, and now we don't need this stuff. Yeah, this one's interesting. Oh, then we just, oh, interesting. So this will be session data. Wait, where is this coming from? Stored ID. Oh, interesting. Yeah, this is interesting. Okay, maybe this should actually be, Okay, we have to rethink this a little bit. Yeah, you definitely have to, you have to know your environment. But that makes it so nice to be in, like, having a team and an environment that you feel like super comfortable in, and you can like express your personality to the full extent. Of course, there are certain parts of everyone's personality that shouldn't be expressed at this full extent, but like most of it, I guess that's what comfortable means. It's like, to what percentage can you like express yourself naturally? But yeah. So what are we gonna do about this? Because there's like, one thing is initially connecting, but then you also have, yeah, but I think here we just want to do like normally, yeah. Session data is await. So let's do res await. No, we actually have the thing there. Session data, and we await that. Okay, that's stored ID. Oh, Henry, we're going we're going deep here now. Well, I'm not saying, yeah, it's interesting because to some degree I'm not very conscious about being on the stream. But yeah, saying sorry, I say sorry a lot, but not in the sense that I'm ashamed kind of thing. It's just, I intended as I care about you. Like I'm kind of wielding this experience, or I'm at the head of this experience. So I feel responsibility, and then I use sorry a lot. It doesn't matter if it's a stream or anything else. Like I do this with my kids as well. If I'm trying to help them and then I make a mistake, and then I say sorry, but it's not like, oh, I feel bad about what I did. It's more like, I care about you. How should I put it? I acknowledge that I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it's just I care about your experience. I think something like that. Yeah, because it's never like, oh no, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I'm so, oh, like it's never like that. It's like, oh, sorry, I meant like this instead, or something like that. It's an interesting observation, though. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I have manners. Yeah, it's very interesting. Like how we don't even think about like how we communicate, and you kind of build in these, I wouldn't call them fillers, but like unconscious expressions. Let's see. Okay, so now we should be good. So this wasn't actually a server issue. This was a client issue. Oh no. Oh, now we got an actual error from the server. Oh, because it's not running. That tends to give an error. Let's see. Okay, let's try it again. There we go. Look how fast it is. We actually spawned a brand new environment during that time. Okay, so we also have our preview, but it doesn't seem to show anything. Why aren't you showing anything? What's the... Where are you? Oh, we don't actually have an iframe there. Why don't we have an iframe there? Maybe because we don't have a port there. Are we not running the server? Oh, it's idle. Oh, so interesting. So when we restart the task, oh, nothing's happening. What happened here? Oh, wait a minute. Does this actually have a server? Oh, this, sorry. I've been using the wrong IDs here. I completely forgot how this actually runs. Because I think actually I had a different ID here previously. Let's see. So, oh, where? Oh, okay, sorry. So maybe this should be like this. Here I go again. I say sorry. Oh, by the way, let's move this to 4001. There we have a server and our preview. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, it's funny like how I'm very I talk when it's silent. Oh, what happened here though? We need to fix that. That's in the tasks, so that doesn't look the same. Let's see. Didn't we have like in new X term? So like for the terminal, we did like, we set a background color, didn't we? What did we do? Oh, didn't we have like get terminal or something? No. Wait, why does the terminal look better? Oh, do we actually have a terminal? We don't have a terminal example. Where's the terminal example? Oh, we don't even have the terminal example. We need to bring that in there. Yeah, use X term. Oh, I haven't fixed this. Let's see. How did this work? X term. Look at you fixing my... Why are you complaining now? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's called... Yeah, this is never... Oh, that's interesting. Why did it do that? There we go. That looks better. Okay, so we're going to do that, and we're going to bring in the terminal. I didn't know that we didn't have a terminal here. Let's see. App. Well, let's also fix. Let's see. Next term. Oh, I'm gonna drop these two. Go drop that one. No, we always have X term. We don't. Oh. No, we always have X term. I don't understand why I'm so confused by that. Wait. No terminal container. Okay, that's fine. Sorry. I got so conscious about saying sorry now. Oh my god. App. We're gonna have a terminal example. Let's do. Are you? Look at you. Oh, and it has the app CSS thing we don't need. Cool. Yeah. Please clean up this terminal component to have the same kind of layout as the others. No worries. No worries. Oh, it was such a nice morning today, even though I woke up a bit too early. It's sunny outside, kids were in a good mood. Roadcraft coming out tomorrow. Yeah. And I'm listening to this this book, audiobook. Oh, but I didn't want you. Wait, what did you do? What did you do to my code? That wasn't what I wanted you to do. Wait, what happened here? What was I gonna say? Why doesn't this actually have a terminal? Terminal container. Well, we don't want this echo stuff. Do we really want any buttons? Don't we just want the terminal? Yeah, we can have like kill, but we don't need run echo at least. Let's see. That's fine, but why isn't there anything here? It's almost like there isn't even an X term here. It's just a div. How can that be? We have a ref open terminal container. This is interesting. Oh, there we go. Oh, maybe it was hot reloading. Okay, so now we have terminal there as well. Nice. Kill doesn't really... Okay. Yeah. Oh, but kill didn't actually kill it, did it? Oh. Oh, of course. We should do I don't have an actual reference to the terminal. Let's see. Yeah, and here we have, okay, I guess current equals terminal. Terminal ref. This is the thing I want to kill. So if I do this and I refresh, it should have like the same terminal there. But if I kill it, yeah, I guess we can also xterm.dispose. But now if I refresh, it should be there from scratch. Yeah, okay, cool. So we fixed that. Okay, and I'm doing a session at, was it at 12? I kind of want to update the docs for that. How are we going to do this? Yeah, I want to, okay, so let's do git, but this is using the actual package, right? Where's the dependencies? Oh. How can this even be, wait a minute, what's happened here? Tasks? Oh, wait a minute, is this, oh no. Oh no. Okay, good. Okay, it's actually using the SDK, that's good. Did it mess up anything now? It's still running, right? Working on multiple computers. That was also a really nice thing about like working in the cloud using CodeSandbox is that it didn't matter what computer you were running, what branch you were working on, or anything. It was always the same all the time. If you forgot to commit something on one computer, it didn't matter because you were in literally the same environment and all of that. It was an amazing experience. It kind of, yeah. Cool. So we're happy about that. So we're gonna prep another. Let's just see if there was anything else we wanted to do. So we fixed this. We still need to debug this. I did get some more info on this, but we have to do that later. All of this stuff is really like documenting stuff. I'm not sure what I meant here. Fix path to SDK playground. What did I mean? Yeah, no idea what I meant there. Oh, it's so typical. Fix path. So it could be, is it the docs that's not referencing? Yeah, no idea what I meant. It'll come back. And disposal also, it cannot be used. Yeah, this is not important. So we're not gonna push this yet. We're gonna release a new SDK first. Well, not first. Let's first commit. Fix, preview, tokens. Cool, because we're not really fixing any bugs here. So let's go to the docs. And I guess let's pull just to be, yeah, look at that. I have changes. Okay, so we need to, well, let's do pm dev projects. Was that the thing? Was it projects dev? Localhost 3000. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-doo. Oh, SDK. So where we need, yeah, so I added a new section here called templates, which is pretty nice because I think a lot of people, like it used to be like way down here on CLI, which it still is, like a more deep dive, but creating a sandbox is like using the SDK is very much creating your own template. So that should really be up here. And then, yeah, it's very interesting, this whole, because by default, these sessions are private. I want to change the wording here. So it's not custom. I want to call it like dedicated sessions instead, not custom sessions, because these are like, you want to do this. So instead of custom sessions, dedicated sessions, you should use dedicated session when you want to create. You should use dedicated session. You should use dedicated sessions for your users. This ensures privacy. This ensures privacy. Yeah, and isolation between users. You can configure a session to have specific permissions, git access, preview tokens, and even environment variables, giving the ability to align your SDK usage with the best practice. Yeah. Yeah, I want to dedicated sessions. That's permissions, git, environment variables. Oh, this should be up there, and this should be preview tokens. Passing a preview token to the session will ensure that you generate valid preview URLs for the user. Will ensure you generate valid URLs for private previews. Previews. So that would mean, yeah, so this is kind of, I'm going to do this. Well, let's rather do create a browser session, some user reference, preview token is going to be const preview token equals await SDK preview tokens dot create. Yeah, and then yeah, maybe we can have both of them. How are we gonna do this? Like it's hard to balance like browser consumption and server consumption because it's the same API, but you use them differently. Well, especially for previews. Yeah, so I get, how should we do this? Yeah, we're just going to show the server example. So we have, sorry, so we're going to do connect, and then URL would rather be session dot ports, wait for port 173 or something, port, and then port get preview URL. This is yeah. And what we're going to do, one thing I missed here, which we should have, is let's see, protocol. Well, let's do string. Yes. I wonder what the other use cases are. Like, we can also use preview tokens and cookies and stuff. Oh yeah, it's if you, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, so you can make requests. Yeah. Anyways. Cool. I guess that's fine. Preview tokens. Environment preview tokens. And then we have browser session. Okay, so we have to fix that. Let's remove rest session. We don't really have, well, we can have it there, but it's not like properly documented yet. So what we're going to do here is session data is yeah, we're not going to have, let's see. So we have get session would be initial session await get session some sandbox. Maybe we shouldn't document that here. So you're gonna have session, initial session, and then get session. Yeah, this is a bit of a tricky thing to design because you wanna allow the user to load the session with the initial page, but you also need to grab the updated session. And this is a little bit, yeah, you know what? We're not gonna do this. When we document this behavior, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna have session is initial session. And we're rather gonna say something like from server. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. That's cleaner. And then what do we need to do? We need to document the ports and stuff. Preview tokens. Yeah, let's look at preview tokens. So did we call it get signed preview URL? Oh. Where are you? SDK, yeah. So here we call it get sign. That's fine. We can call it that. Ah, where's the documentation? There we go. For the preview, that's weird. Preview tokens. Gear for preview. You can obtain it by calling and set a yeah. So I don't think this is the way we should document it. This token will never expire, will by default never expire, and should be stored and should be persisted in your database and be made available on the user session, made available on the user session. Okay, but by default never expire. Yeah, this feels weird. We should document this properly. This token will by default never expire. It is recommended to persist this token and provide it in dedicated provided in dedicated sessions. It's recommended to persist this token and provide it in dedicated sandbox sessions. So that would mean we're actually going to show this better. So we do sandbox await SDK sandboxes.create and then sandbox.id. No, SDK.previewTokens.create. Manually create assigned URL. Yeah, but this is hard coded to HTTPS, right? Yeah, okay. So we also need, yeah, I don't like this method. It's kind of, yeah, but let's do it. Manually create assigned URL. Or create a preview URL from a sandbox session. So that will be session equals await sandbox connect, and we'll do ID, some user reference, preview token. Yeah. Yeah, we don't need to do that. Oh, what happened there? It's obvious that that's what you get. And then when you open the sign URL, we will automatically, yeah, from the same browser, don't require the token. And then it's like, token expiration. You can set an expiration on the preview token. This is useful Yeah, but this is useful if, for example, when a user shares a preview with someone who should only have access for a limited time. Cool. And then you have the CLI to manage all the tokens. Blah. Oh, interesting. So running from, when you use SDK, you cannot generate requires that. Instead, you can generate a preview token on the server. Yeah, but we're not going to do it using the token for API requests. Ugh! Because what we're showing here now is how we're kind of showing you how to do it. And then running from the browser, I don't think that matters now because now it's part of the session. In those cases, you should put the preview token. Okay. Maybe we should call it we have get preview URL, get preview headers, and then we could also have get preview cookie. Yeah, and then we could just that's interesting. So we can actually drop these ones, and we can rather say get preview URL, get preview headers, and then console.log for get preview. Because you can also do cookie, right? Did we document that? Or maybe that doesn't make any sense. Because if you have headers, you should just use headers. Okay. Let's add that method. Let's add that method. What did I do here? I removed the thingy. Oh, it's here. Wait. Oh, dot token. Sorry, I was very confused by that. Cool. Let's jump in here and go to ports. And let's say get preview headers. Return. If no, this preview token, just return that thing. Okay, I think that makes sense. At least it makes it very explicit, like how this token operates. But then we also have get signed preview URL. Yeah, and we kind of need to do the same thing. Get signed preview headers. So let's add that as well. Get signed preview headers. Oh, and here you don't need the port. So this token, it doesn't actually include the... Yeah, of course, because it's not the URL. This is kind of weird. I find this to be a little bit weird. Oops. Because if you're going to do this on your own, you're going to go and grab the port host manually. You're going to set the protocol manually, and then you're going to ask for the preview headers here. Yeah, this is like the most important thing is to actually get the functionality, but it's kind of weird how we kind of make it so accessible to run a preview. And then if you want to do like a custom API request, then you have to like manually build up. Well, I guess preview, maybe we shouldn't call it preview here. Well, it's preview tokens. Okay, no. Okay, so preview is just a URL to the sandbox. But it's weird that we call it a preview, because for me personally, at least, a preview is the iframe. But we're calling them preview tokens. So, but at least we don't have to call them like double naming them here. So we can call it at least get signed headers and get signed URL. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to do that. And then, oh, what did I do? Do preview tokens get signed URL. Or create a preview from a sandbox session. Yeah, and I think it's fine to call it preview here because we're in the context of a port. Yeah, cool. Open and yeah, and then we have like create preview. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we need to explain that. Cool. Let's just get this done with because I need some food. Then we have browser previews. Yeah, I talked about actually fetch API preview. Yeah, because you shouldn't really be doing this. This is wrong. Browser preview. So the normal use case here is that you actually have. Okay, so we're going to change this to session equals await connect to sandbox. Session initial session from server. Get session is like something like that. Yeah, let's do ID. And then and then we're gonna port get preview URL, and then we're gonna append the iframe. Okay, that's at least how it works now. Cool, and then connect browser. We need to change this as well. That's the last thing. Connect browser. What do I call this thing? Do I call it connect browser? Yeah, connect. The default session for Sandbox is a WebSocket connection. This connection is designed to hold a session over time with minimum overhead to message passing. The WebSocket connection also allows you to listen to changes on ports. Yeah, that's not the one. Is it browser? This is the one. Connecting to a Sandbox in the browser requires some collaboration with your server. Create an endpoint that will when you mount the page, you should ideally include the session in the page. So when you mount the page, you should ideally include a session in the page. This ensures the fastest possible connection. So how would we express that? So that would be something like, could you change this to Next.js page mount example where we pass the browser session as props to the page? Wait, what happened? Wait, what the fuck happened there? Reject. What happened there? Could you change this code so that it looks more like a Next.js example where the session is passed as props to the page component? Or maybe we shouldn't do that. Yeah, or we should, oh. Okay, this was a lot of code. Get server-side props. Is this how Next.js does it now? Ugh. How should we do this? How should we show it? Fastest possible. When you mount the page, you should ideally include the session in the page. This ensures the fastest possible connection. But how are we going to show that example generically? Const get when you mount the page, you should ideally include the session in the page. This ensures the fastest possible. Yeah, maybe we should just do create browser session. We're gonna some user reference. I'm gonna put this on the list of stuff we really need to discuss. Create sessions as part of fork. Let's see. Return the page with the session. Then in the browser, we can say session, initial session from server, and then we have get session. Regardless, you need an endpoint that returns only the session. This endpoint is used whenever the browser reconnects to the sandbox. It's kind of interesting, like this dynamic of like server-side rendering. You kind of want to create a session immediately as you mount a page, because then you like immediately connect. There's one less thing to, like, it takes time to like mount the whole thing, the whole editor, and then you're gonna make a HTTP request to get the session, but it could already just be there. Yeah. Cool. Await session. The browser session automatically manages the connection. Reconnect if the connection is lost. Session initial session from server. Nice. Okay. I think this is it. I think this is, we're gonna review the docs anyways. So cool. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna eat some food, and then I have, was it at 12? Was it at 12? Yes, at 12 I have a session, and then I'm gonna do some debugging, and then I have another session, and then we're gonna publish the next release candidate. And I might do a stream because I think there's some feedback on the playground, so we can play around with that playground thing. Cool. Okay, that's it for now. And maybe we'll speak a little bit later. Bye for now.